Tonight from James Martin High School, AISD-TV presents a District 3 5A matchup as the Martin Warriors play host to the Vikings of Lamar. Hello again, everyone. John Nelson, a happy 2014, our first telecast of a sporting event in the year 2014. This should be a good one. Martin comes in at 4-0. Lamar comes in at 3-1. Martin averaging 70 points a game. Lamar at 49, and the Vikings coming off a loss in overtime to Bowie by a couple of points. Jacobs, Jackson, Childs, Johnson, and Champion. The starters tonight for the Lamar Vikings, 3 juniors for head coach Zach Burks in his 5th year. 11 years overall in the AISD. Martin coming off a 64-49 win over North Crowley. It'll be Dotson, Swearingen, Babb, Lewis, and Burke. There was some talk whether Patrick Burke or Miles Garrett would start at the center position for head coach Jeff Plemons. It could be right up to game time, but it may be Patrick Burke. Jeff in his 11th year here at Arlington Martin. The Warriors overall 11-6. Earlier tonight, a special presentation at midcourt by Jeff Plemons. A special presentation at Martin High School. They're honoring the memory and retiring the jersey of a former Martin Warrior, Mark Walden, who wore number 24. Lost his life in July of 2013 en route to Northlake College, where he attended in Irving. Mark Walden played here for Jeff Plemons in 2010-2011. He was a 6'4" forward. His parents and siblings on hand as they honor the memory and retire Mark Walden's number 24 earlier tonight at Martin. The Martin Warriors last year finished 28-8. They were 12-2 in district play, finished second to North Crowley. Lamar finished in 4th place last year. They were 7-7 in district play. Andrew Dotson, one of the team's leading scorers for the Martin Warriors, has had a hand injury for a good portion of this year. He was the district sophomore of the year last year. So we're back with the opening tip-off from James Martin between Lamar and the Martin Warriors. John Nelson back with our AISD-TV production crew. Martin and Lamar meeting for the first of 2 games in district, and they're jacked up here at Martin, these crosstown rivals. Always a good battle, whether it be in football, baseball, volleyball, or basketball. Now, the Lamar crowd not very respectful when Martin is introduced. They turn their backs to the court. They don't want to see anything red and black being introduced. In fact, they're playing catch with some mini basketballs. The football coach here at Martin, Bob Wager. He has Miles Garrett on the basketball team. Miles in district, named the MVP this past football season. Dr. Larry Harmon, the principal at Lamar, on hand. And we're just about set to go. In the jump circle, Patrick Burke for Martin. The Warriors in home white with red trim and red numbers. Lamar in road navy with dark navy numbers. Deanne Champion in the jump circle for the Vikes. It is tipped, and Babb had it, now lost it, and Lamar gains possession of it first. The Vikings come in averaging 49 points a game. In district play, the Vikes at 3-1, all alone. In second place, Martin and Bowie unbeaten at 4-0 at the top of the district standings. Side court, Swearingen guarding number 32, Donnell Johnson. Tip by Babb. Lamar gets it back. Brandon Childs inside and misses. Rebound, Andrew Dotson. Lead pass over the shoulder, Victor Lewis. Outside to Josh Swearingen and a three. The defensive player of the year last season in the district, Josh Swearingen, a 6-foot senior, comes in averaging 11, and a three-point bomb gives Martin the lead. Julius Jackson, little underhand toss to Brandon Childs. Defensively in district, Martin allowing just 44 points a game. And here's a hand check. Got a push off, got a charge on Lamar. It'll be Victor Lewis to play it in for the Warriors. Lewis, a 6'3" junior, coming off an 18-point game in the win over North Crowley. This is Nick Babb. Babb, first team all-district last year, outside for a three. It's a little short. Dotson launched it. Rebound underneath Martin, and now some contact on Lamar. It is on Donnell Johnson. Non-shooting foul, Martin's ball. Andrew Dotson underneath. Gives to Nick Babb. And Babb lands a three. He sinks one, timeout Lamar. It is a 6-0 Martin start. Three-pointers from Josh Swearingen and Nick Babb. Martin in postseason last year defeated South Lake Carroll, Odessa Permian, El Paso Bel Air, and then lost to South Grand Prairie. They won both games between the Vikings last year, 62-46 and 55-52. And the statement made by the Lamar student body. This year at the Spring Creek Thanksgiving Tournament, the Warriors went 2-1. Always an outstanding tournament that Martin hosts right around Thanksgiving. Julius Jackson gives it up to Brandon Childs. Childs drives, shoots, and misses over Burke. Rebound Lamar. That was Donnell Johnson that came out with it. Julius Jackson on the other side of the court. Johnson going to take the three and miss. It's high in the air. Babb has it. Nick Babb trying to get free. Misses. Burke tips it in. No basket. They wave it off. It stays 6-0 Martin. Lamar right there earlier this week and could have knocked off the Volunteers had they shot a little bit better from the free throw line. Lost 53-51 up top. And that long shot taken to miss by Julius Jackson. Contact underneath. And the foul on Lamar. That is their third. To play it in, Victor Lewis. And here's Nick Babb, 6'5" senior, averaging 13 points and 6 rebounds. Babb right wing. Takes the defender inside, and the charge to contact on Nick Babb. The offensive foul, team foul number 2 on the Warriors. 6-0. Martin on top. We have played 3 minutes. Vikings looking for points. Julius Jackson on the wing. Goes around Childs, goes baseline, separated from the ball, and Patrick Burke has it. Mid-court, Josh Swearingen. Now Babb on the wing. The handoff underneath. Dotson has the shot blocked. Wasn't Childs, it was Champion that got a piece of it. And the missed shot follow-up. Patrick Burke with a block. From 15 and overshooting it as Lamar gets it back. Julius Jackson, Jeffrey Jacobs took the initial shot. Lamar 0 for 3 on that exchange. From outside, Babb misses a 3. Burke inside had a chance. Off the floor, Babb. Babb uses the glass. It is all Martin. They lead it 8-0. And still the Vikings looking for their first bucket. Jeffrey Jacobs, 6-foot senior guard. Hands it off to Julius Jackson. Jackson had 18 points in his last game. This is right on the three-point arc, taken and missed by Jeffrey Jacobs. Another rebound, Martin. In traffic, Victor Lewis. He drives, hits the bottom of the glass. And here comes Lamar, 4-on-3. Childs stops, pops, it misses. Still no points for the Vikings. And Nick Babb going to slow up the tempo. Working on Childs. Gets it over to Swearingen. Swearingen from 17 misses. And the rebound run down, it's kicked and scooped up by Lamar. Brandon Childs. From about 18, that one missed by Julius Jackson. They are as cold as the weather was last week. The Vikings just frigid in shooting. Dotson lost his balance. Vikings pick it up. And from behind, Nick Babb says no go. Out of bounds. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Substitutions on both sides. Myles Garrett, number 32, in for the Warriors. And Julius Jackson is going to come out for head coach Zach Burks. The ball went off of Lamar, and Martin gets it back. No, they give the basket to Lamar. Goaltending. Handoff intended from Myles Garrett. And Lamar scoops it up. It is 8-2. Shot missed from the outside. Champion converts. Deontay Champion, who had 9 rebounds in the overtime loss to Bowie. It is 8-4 with 1:48 left in the first quarter. Top of the key, a 3 from 20 feet. Victor Lewis. Lewis with 18 points in the win over North Crowley. 11-4, Warriors by 7. Jeffrey Jacobs inside the Champion, off balance. Lost his footing, lead pass run down, and the layup and the basket will go. Josh Swearingen. His 5th point. And a basket and one for the Warriors. They lead by 9. Carter Butson in for Martin, number 10. At the line, Josh Swearingen. The lead still at 9. Hand off to Champion. Turns, can't shoot, gives it in the lane to Childs. Separated from the ball, run down by Lamar's Petros Krimpa, and saves it in front of us. Petros, a 6-foot senior guard. 37 seconds left in the first. Well, Keith Moree commits the offensive foul. They give up the ball. Martin may want to work it down and take the last shot. In fact, I think that's what they're going to do with 18 seconds to go. They lead by 9. Jumped out to a 8-0 lead. Cross court it goes, and that one blocked by Champion at 6'6". Carter Bootson took the shot and will inbound in front of Lamar's bench. Looking for Babb. He has it. 4 seconds. Babb inside. Gets it outside, and Bobby Johnson took the shot just before the horn. And that is the end of the first quarter. All Martin in the first 8 minutes. The Warriors lead Lamar 13-4. We're back with the start of the second period right after this short break. And we're set to go. The second quarter underway. Martin's ball. Nick Babb has it. Nick's an Arkansas commit. First team All-District last year. Now works it outside to Andrew Dotson. Back to Babb. Entry pass to Burke. Burke is double teamed and held from behind by Keith Moree. And for Lamar, team foul number 6, non-shooting foul. Andrew Dotson to play it in. Martin started off district play defeating Arlington. Here's a long three and nothing but the bottom of the net. Andrew Dotson, he connects on his 28th three-pointer of the year. He's averaging 14 a game. It is 16-4. A 12-point Martin lead. And a three for Lamar, Petros Krimpa. Patrick Burke at the free throw line, in and out. Champion up high to get the rebound and losing it in the corner. Oh, for Brandon Childs. Dotson trying to get it inside to Bobby Johnson. Lamar breaks it up. We have played a minute and 24 seconds into the second quarter. Three-pointer on the way, and connecting is Brandon Childs. Childs comes in averaging 12. And the Martin lead at 6. Pass intended for Burke. Here's Lamar the other way. Petros back outside to Childs. Childs over Burke. Short. On the run, Nick Babb. To Burke. And a one-handed jam. And Lamar, after the Patrick Burke stuff, takes a timeout. Patrick will play next year at John Brown University in Arizona. That's where he is committed. He's averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds, the 6'6" senior. Lamar opened up district play, winning its first 3 games over North Crowley, Arlington, and Sam. Of their first 4 games, Lamar has had a score 53-51 on 3 occasions. They've been on the winning side on 2 of those. And Jeffrey Jacobs to play it in, or Jamal Gray it is. Jamal Gray in for the first time, 6'3" sophomore. Gray shoots it over to Jackson. Vikings down by 8. Jackson can't get around Nick Babb. Now backs it out. Trying to set a screen was Moree. Ball kicked and last touched by Martin. So in midcourt, Lamar gets it back. Again, it's Bowie and Martin undefeated at 4-0. Lamar at 3-1. Then Pascal and the Colts at 2-2. Almost taken away by Babb. Bounce pass to Julius Jackson. Jackson working on Victor Lewis. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. And this Martin defense not letting Lamar get down low. All the shots from the outside. Another miss. Front court, Swearingen inside to Burke. And Burke is fouled after the shot by Julius Jackson. Patrick Burke throws it down again. It is 20-10. And trying to complete the three-point play, Martin's number 40, Patrick Burke. Short, but they get it back. Swearingen got it back, and then Burke off of the glass. Warriors by a dozen. This is Gray. Gray double teamed at the baseline and out of bounds off of Victor Lewis. Deontay Champion, number 33, back in at 6'6". And at a guard, Jeffrey Jacobs, number 10. It'll be Champion to inbound. .4:12 to go. The jump pass into Champion. Turns and the hook. Bounces on the rim. Trying to get it back over Burke. He does. Another missed shot. And going out of bounds. He had it for a minute, but Swearingen, as soon as it came down, was about a half a foot over the baseline. So Lamar sets it up again. Deontay Champion. Outside to Julius Jackson. Jerry Dennis trying to get away from his defender Lewis. And it comes to Dennis, back out to number 12, and then Champion from 16 feet. A nice three-player pass. Deontay Champion finishing it off. 22-12, baseline from behind the glass. Swearingen misses. Out of bounds and off of Martin. Well, the Vikings need some stops and they need some points. Julius Jackson, right hash mark. Behind Champion. He shoots, misses. Rebound Martin. Lead pass, Andrew Dotson. Dotson! And he had just enough on it. His 5th point. And the lead back at 12 for Martin. .240 remaining in the half. Julius Jackson. looking for a teammate. He still has it, working behind Dennis. They start the count. Now Jackson takes it through the paint. Setting up on Babb. They've held it for a long time. They need points out of this possession. Jackson hounded by Babb. Reverses, now gets in front of Burke. Ball delivered to Krimpa. Under 2 minutes to play. Jackson on Burke. Goes baseline. The handoff to Champion. He misses, gets his own rebound, falls down. He gets the shot off and is fouled. Team foul number 3 on the Warriors. Foul is on Patrick Burke. That is his second. And it puts Deontay Champion at the stripe. They could cut it to 10. It bounces and stays out. Went straight up above the glass and stayed out. Bobby Johnson back in, number 12 for Martin. Miles Garrett also in, number 32. Martin last year in the first round losing to Keller by 6 points. Missed them both. Rebound Lamar. It shot straight into the hands of Jeffrey Jacobs. Right off the rim. So Lamar gets it back. Julius Jackson with 1:30 to go in the half. In the period, the Vikings have scored 8. Martin has scored 11. The underhand dish to Jackson. This Martin defense allowing just 44 points a game. Brandon Childs, he can't do anything with it. Gets it to Julius Jackson. Winding down to a minute. Jackson on Babb. 50 seconds to go in the half. Behind Champion to Krimpa. Nice defense again by Dotson, Babb, and Garrett. And in the corner, no initiation, and right on that sideline marker as well. Lamar took a lot of time off of the clock and came away with 0. A low-scoring first half, but Martin, thanks to that 8-0 lead, could be a little selective really from that point on. They lead by 12. 18 seconds to go. Nick Babb. Babb on Jackson. Knocked loose to the ball. Julius Jackson picks it up. It's one working on 2, and Jackson converts his first 2 points. 24-14 with 3 seconds. Outside to Dotson. At the buzzer, it would have counted had it dropped. As it is, Martin will take a 10-point lead into the locker room. Intermission in the District 3 5A matchup. It's the Martin Warriors 24, the Lamar Vikings 14. We're back with the start of the second half on AISD-TV right after this break. And we're just about set to go for the second half after the Martin Warriors step team performed at intermission. 24-14, the Vikings down as we begin the second half. They trail 8-0, led it, or rather finally got on the board on a Martin goaltend at 8-2. And then the Warriors pulled out to a 12-point lead. And the same starters for Jeff Clemens that began this game. Brandon Childs, number 23, 6'1" senior, averaging a dozen points to play it in. Martin buried 4 3-pointers in that first half. The Vikings connected on 2. And Lamar operates from left to right. They come out with a 3, and Julius Jackson misses, and then the drive in the lane. Martin wanting a travel. But a push-off on the Warriors. Brandon Childs and the Vikings to get it back. Julius Jackson coming off an 18-point game. He's fronted by Nick Babb. Veers to the top of the key and stops. Still with it. He'll charge and flatten Patrick Burke. Burke anchored inside, and Vikings shaken up. Each team with a foul to begin the second half, and now head coach Zach Burks come out. Paul Schaefer, the assistant. As we have a stoppage in play, we'll resume play in just a few minutes here from Martin. And we're back. They wanted Julius Jackson to just stay down there for a few seconds before he put any kind of pressure on the right foot, so he's up and okay. He stays in there. Martin with the ball, leading by 10. This foul away from the ball. Patrick Burke on a hook. Got Deontay Champion. Team foul number 2 on Martin. Well, over in District 15 4A, the Cougars of Seguin leading that district. We'll see the Cougars in a couple of weeks. Miles Garrett back in for the Warriors. Good year for the girls and the boys in district so far in the first half for Seguin. Next week we're at Bowie for the Arlington High Volunteer Contest. Brandon Childs at the right hash mark. Slips it to Donnell Johnson. Here's Childs, the jump pass to Champion. He gives it up. Going left hand and delivering it short was Childs. He had to alter the shot and the trip on Babb, and Lamar picks up team foul number 2. The foul is on Deontay Champion. They say that Nick Babb was in the act of shooting. He'll have 2. Martin 0 for 2 so far in foul shooting. Babb's 6th point. 8 seniors, 3 juniors, and 3 sophomores this year for Martin. They lost a player earlier this week, a sophomore. Julius Jackson returns for Lamar. So the Vikings take possession of it. Donnell Johnson, who has yet to score. Into Childs, behind Dennis. Entry pass to Champion, and Miles Garrett got a piece of it. At 6'6". And the extra step on the travel on Nick Babb, trying to get away from the defender. 6:06 to go in the third. Lamar still looking for its first points in the second half. Scored 10 in the second quarter and held a 4 in the first 8 minutes. Going deep and missing the 3 is Julius Jackson. On the run, Victor Lewis. Right side to Nick Babb from downtown. Nick Babb rings the bell. His second three. Team three-pointer number 5. It is 29-14. That's Donnell Johnson who misses. On the run, Lewis. And the ball kicked away by Donnell Johnson. Martin to get it back. Andrew Dotson to play it in. Again, Dotson, a sophomore of the year last season and averaging 14 points. Lobs it up for the alley-oop. Miles Garrett slams it home. Oh, they're just beating Lamar in every facet of the game. Another missed shot. Lamar just can't buy a basket. And the contact, Donnell Johnson on Victor Lewis. Andrew Dotson at side court will be given the ball, but before that, Zach Burks will bring on Jamal Gray. A 17-point cushion for the Martin Warriors. Again, undefeated in district at 4-0. 11-6 inside. Miles Garrett. His fourth point off for the bench. Timeout Lamar. This one slipping away as they trail by 19 points. Still looking for a bucket or any kind of a point here in the second half. They have been outscored 9-0 to begin this third quarter. Well, when we last left you in 2013, our last sporting event on AISD-TV was the overwhelming Gun win over Barnett for the 8th grade city championship in football. A 47-8 undefeated season for the Gun Gators. Third place went to Ferguson this year. They beat Hutchinson. And it's basketball season. 6 games this year on AISD-TV. A week from tonight, we're back here at Martin for the Volunteer Warrior Contest. The problem with that game, it's not a problem. Whenever Martin plays Bowie, that parking lot can back up in a hurry. That west parking lot, as soon as the game over, it always seems like you can't get out fast enough. Big crowds, always for that one. But this is North Arlington versus Southwest Arlington, and it is all Pleasant Ridge tonight, 33-14. Jackson right side to Childs. Gets rid of it. Jamal Gray loops it in the middle, now left side. Finally, Brandon Childs in the first bucket of the second half for the Vikings. Outside to Nick Babb. In the corner, Swearingen takes it in closer. Josh Swearingen, his 7th point. And the lead back to 19. From just beyond the free throw line, Brandon Childs connects. His 7th point. 35-18 with 3:25 to go in the third. Andrew Dotson underneath us, a 360 and hands off to Miles Garrett. Childs slides over with Dotson. Off the back of Deontay Champion couldn't find the handle. Dotson short on the delivery, trying to save it in the corner. Victor Lewis, it's Lamar's ball. Under 3 minutes remaining in the third. Keith Moree checks in for Lamar. Julius Jackson in front of the Viking bench. Still dribbling. Goes behind Champion. That wall kind of collapsed and flips it to Gray. Right on the three-point line from the right elbow. Brandon Childs misses. Lewis trying to split the defenders. He did, but missed the shot. Lamar trying to run and held in the back by Lewis. Team foul number 3 on the Warriors. 2:16 to go in the third. And the Warriors leading by 19. It's not close enough to hear that Warrior chant. We heard it earlier, but they really don't need it now. Coming out, Victor Lewis and Myles Garrett. Each team with 3 fouls in the half, and Brandon Childs gives the rock to Julius Jackson. Jackson inside, a floater, it's short. Rebound Martin. Nick Babb. Burke back in there. Babb uses the glass and misses. Minute 53 left. Champion inside. Goes left-handed, misses. And Lamar gets it back in the putback. Jamal Gray with a tip in. 37-20. Andrew Dotson just glanced off the front of the rim. Burke had it and now taken away. And then Burke comes back, and I don't see how he held Champion long enough to get the foul. They're both going for the ball. And for Martin, team foul number 4, Myles Garrett back in for Patrick Burke. 37-20. Lamar did not get a point in the second half until the 4:15 mark. It was 33-14. And that basket at that stage made it 33-16. Almost went a full 4 minutes without scoring in the second half. 1 minute remaining in the third. Earlier tonight, the Lady Warriors defeated Lamar 51-48. That came right down to the final minute. Jackson shoots it over to Childs. Childs off for the dribble, now backs it out. Picked up by Swearingen. Champion turns, shoots and misses from the left wing. Rebound Garrett. Andrew Dotson, and he's off balance. Here's Lamar the other way. Jackson over Garrett. 4 points for the 6-foot junior. It's 37-22. With 2 seconds, Andrew Dotson, and underneath. That would have counted had it gone. We go to the fourth. Martin in command, 37-22. Bobby Johnson will start the fourth period for Martin. We're underway. The Warriors leading by 15, and we have a foul in the front court. Brandon Childs, he's kind of surprised he drew the whistle. He got Nick Babb, and that is Lamar's 4th. And Josh Swearingen at side court to play it in. Nick Babb in double figures tonight with 10. And the finger roll and 2 more. The gym has heated up a little bit. It was kind of chilly earlier tonight. Kind of polar vortex in here. Now it's pretty comfortable from behind the glass. And that one goes. Jamal Gray, his 4th point. But Martin still leading by 15. A handoff as Bobby Johnson makes a move down low and he's hit. Team foul number 5. They get Brandon Childs. And it puts young Bobby Johnson at the line for a pair. Still 39-24. Jamal Gray checks out. Second free toss for Johnson. Good. And the 40th point for Martin. Their season high this year in points is 87. And again, coming off a 64-49 win earlier in the week in district play over North Crowley, the defending champions. The North Crowley be lucky to make the playoffs this year. Ball deflected out of bounds. Brandon Childs shoves it back in play. This is Julius Jackson. From outside, Childs misses a follow-up. Julius Jackson, and then he's hit over the top. He's wrapped up. And team foul number 5. It puts Julius Jackson, a 6-foot junior, at the line for the first time. Lamar tonight 0 of 2 in free throw shooting. Make it 0 of 3. Martin trying to stay pace with the Volunteers of Bowie. Trying to get to 5-0 after tonight. And barring a collapse, they will go to 5-0. 40-25 the count. Nick Babb. The handoff to Johnson. Johnson going to take the shot and score over Deontay Champion. That was 6-1 working on 6-6. Back to a 17-point cushion. Brandon Childs from about 17. It got a piece of the rim and the bottom part of the glass. Inside to Garrett. That's the 4th slam tonight for Martin. Patrick Burke has 2. And now Miles Garrett with a can opener. 44-25. And a 3 for Julius Jackson. His 7th point. Swearingen almost all the way to the center circle. Flips it to Nick Babb. Babb gonna try a 3. Hello, Babb. 15 for the senior. Timeout, Lamar. It is 47-28, Martin. In the second half, Martin with 23 points and Lamar with just 14. Another three-pointer on the way and on the board for Julius Jackson. His 11th point. Came in averaging 14. It is 47-31. The lead at 16, and then Childs preventing Nick Babb from getting free. Team foul number 6 on Lamar. Andrew Dotson inbounds to Nick Babb. Got a shoving going on in the paint between Champion and Carter Butson. Off the hip. Patrick Burke following the missed shot of Nick Babb. And count it. (49-31). In and out. The lead at 18. Martin came in averaging 70. Lamar allowing 46. Hand off to Julius Jackson in the corner. This is Donnell Johnson. Works it over to Julius. You can tell when Champion's on the floor, those neon-colored Nike high tops. Here's a takeaway for Martin. Andrew Dotson, look at this. Look at that wraparound. Andrew Dotson got all of it. His 7th point. And they have hit a half 100, 51-31. Martin, Childs. Into Johnson, Donnell. And Donnell on a drive meets a little resistance. Team foul number 6 on the Warriors. Foul is on Andrew Dotson. Non-shooting foul. Lamar already over the limit with 7. Jackson is loose. Lamar gets it back. Brandon Childs. Oh, the jump step and the nice maneuver. And finishing it off, his first 2 of the night, Donnell Johnson. 7 different Vikings have scored. Patrick Burke, he's got it cocked in another slam. No way he was going to gently lay that one in. Lamar comes back with a 3, Brandon Childs. 53-36. Patrick Burke with 10 points tonight. Nick Babb has 15. Entry pass wide open. Andrew Dotson got the assist from Carter Butson. Timeout Lamar with 2:17 to go in the game. Dotson now has 9 points. 7 different Martin Warriors accounting for the 55 points. They're about to go to 5-0 and overall win their 12th game. Lamar will fall to 10-8 and 3-2 in the district. These two teams meet again on Tuesday night, February 4th at LHS. Well, there it is. There's a Martin chant. No, it's not Florida State or the Kansas City Chiefs or the Atlanta Braves. It's Martin. So here we come with Lamar's possession. Donnell Johnson. Off balance from the free throw line. Donnell pours in his 4th point. 55-38. Winding down to the 2-minute mark. Carter Butson and an extra step and a travel on the senior. Keith Moree, number 34, a 6'4" junior forward in for the Vikings. So with under 2 minutes to play, it's Lamar's ball. Donnell Johnson picks it up. It's deflected off of Nick Babb. Vikings get it back. Two games again next week on AISD-TV, Arlington and Bowie and Martin. And at 44. Victor Lewis. And Lewis pinned to the floor by Moree. Team foul number 8 and a 1-and-1, as if Martin really needed to go into the bonus at this point, leading by 17. But they will anyway. Victor Lewis at the line, 6'3" junior, 1 of 3 for Jeff Plemons this year. And this with 1:30 to play. Contact in the lane, the drive, and the baseline layup good by Johnson. 55-40. Trying to get it back is Lewis. As Butson falls down, was pushed. Under a minute to go in the game. A floater, and Babb misses. Lamar comes away with it. Johnson, and the rejection by Nick Babb. He swats it away. 3-on-1. Short. Bobby Johnson. He goes down. Brandon Childs picks up his 4th, the team's 9th. It puts Bobby Johnson at the line. (56-40). And Andrew Dotson leaves with 9 points. Replaced by Dunbar. Howard Dunbar, a junior, in the game for the Warriors. 57-40. And a reach-in foul on Dunbar. That is the team's 7th. It puts Lamar at the line. Julius Jackson at the stripe. Some of the fans beginning to file out. Bonus upcoming. And the bonus. Swish. 57-42. And really no reason to shoot. Under 10 seconds. Josh Swearingen. Martin stays undefeated. They beat Lamar 57-42. They go to 5-0 in district play. The Vikings fall to 3-2. Well, that'll do it from James Martin High as the Martin Warriors win it Our thanks to our AISD-TV production crew. 2 games for you next week on AISD-TV. For our entire crew, until next week, this is John Nelson saying good night from James Martin High.